Canady picks it up. Runs around onto his boot, plays it to centre wing. Armstrong in front of Blackburn this time. He'll have a go. Puts it to he's found him too. He's found his teammate this time in Gavin Foster, and he's gone for a hand pass. Well, Gavin Foster hand pass. That's Rodney Moore that time. Sorry, had the ball and he hand passed. I knew that Foster would get the goal, but didn't know how to put it in. And Gavin Foster kicked his third goal and Coragulac's ninth. So, well, 9-7-2-2-4. It's all the combine. Umpire Carbines puts the ball to the ground. Staunton and Moore. Staunton gets the knock. Goes straight down towards McCarthy. Knocked on by Grant. Favours Heffernan. He gathers in the ball. Runs around a hand pass. No, goes for a hand pass towards Chris O'Connor. Whether he can gather it or not. No, he doesn't. Good play by Coragulac that time by Harvey McKinnon. Finishes as Brendan Foley comes out with the ball, and they turn out another attack. What great play by the back line in this quarter. Lee Manone gets the front position. The ball goes off his hands. Oh, yes, it's a free kick. No, it's certainly a free kick, and will be paid to the centre half back for the Terang now. Has been shifted there in Gerard Mead. We'll wait for Gerard Mead, take his kick. Plays it to centre half, but it'll drop short. Theodore gets the front position. Yes, it's a free kick. Interference that time by Gussie Griffiths against the coach of the combine in Stephen Theodore, and Stephen Theodore will take a free kick just over the centre of the ground. He looks up forward, finds Moore. Moore can't get the mark. Ball goes to ground, goes to Armstrong. He twists and turns, goes for a long hand pass, finds Foley running away. The Maskell Cup winner puts the ball onto his boot, looks up for Lee, and there's Lee on his own, right out on the half forward flank. He's certainly got his tail up now. He's playing in front of the Terang defenders this time and pulled in another mark. Oh, it's a long kick. It's out on the full. The umpire, goal umpire just puts that one hand up in the air, and that's out on the full, and well, a costly one for Coragulac. Whether Lee should have kicked it into the forward line or not, well, I won't argue because I'm not out there. So it's 9-7-61 Colac-Coragulac, Terang 2-4-16, and we see Graham Farnes taking the kick out for the Terang side. Kicks it to half back flank. Staunton gets the front position, playing well since he went on the ball. A hand pass this time to Alan Blackburn. Blackburn puts the ball to boot. Plays it to half forward, falls over Foley at the vital time. Comes to Goonan, back to Foley. Good play. The lucky bounce that time. Foley, a long hand pass to Alistair Lang. What's he going to do with it? He looks up forward to see what he's got up there. He's got a heap of them. But oh, good play that time by her. Comes to Reddy. Graham Farnes gathers in the ball. I think he's lost his boot. He's caught his boot that time. He kicked the ball. His boot went away. He grabbed his boot, missed the ball, and it goes to... I got carried away, and a free kick has been found, and will be paid to the centre man for the Colac-Coragulac combination in Rodney Grant. Rodney Grant at true centre half forward position. He'll put it right up the big marks. Foster, Forbes in front. Nobody gets the mark. Goes to Reddy. Good play, Reddy. Oh, great play. What a great effort by David Reddy. He sharked that ball. He's seen the ball come off Forbes' hand, went straight down to Reddy. No mucking around with David Reddy. Gathered in the ball and put it in for his second goal, and the combine's 10. So it's 10-7-67. Colac-Coragulac, Terang 2-4-16. Well, I certainly didn't think it would be like this. Going on, 10 minutes out of half time, and Colac-Coragulac have 10-7-67 and Terang have 2-4-16. Ball's bounce picked up by Foley. Foley, a kick towards McKinnon. Comes off McKinnon towards Lethal Lee. Gerard Mead gets in the front position, gathers in the ball. A long hand pass over the top. Griffiths doesn't gather and hits it on to Blackburn. Gathers the ball. One bounce. He's off. Puts the ball to his boot. Plays it to Risha. Risha's one out this time. Oh, well, he's hotly pressed by Peter Mitchell, who's playing at full back now. I think Brendan Foley's been moved out to centre half back, and Wayne Risha, the full forward for the Terang side, pulled in a nice mark, and he shouldn't miss this one. He's 15 metres out directly in front, and they certainly need goals. They have 2-4-16 on the board, while the Colac-Coragulac combination have 10-7-67. We'll wait for Wayne Risha. Oh, yes, no worries about that one. That's goal number 3 to Terang. 3-4 to Colac-Coragulac, 10-7-67. Umpire Ken Quinnan back in the centre of the ground with the ball. The big fellas, Staunton and Moore. Moore gets the front position. Over the top, Staunton, straight to Reddy. Reddy a hand pass to Foley. Foley kicks it up to David Forbes, one hand. Gathered by Robbie McCarthy. Puts the ball to his boot, looks for Gavin Foster. Got the ball, runs around, looks over, and he's looking for Theodore. Whether he's found him or not, hotly pressed by Terang players and Billy Couch. It's pretty rough house out there now as we find Gary Hayden on the ground. Puts the ball to centre wing. Knocked on by Permazel. Goes towards Boyle. He doesn't want the ball. Goes back. Boyle pushes a player over. This Terang player's coming. Good play by David Boyle as he kicks the ball towards Lee Manane, and the ball's gone out of bounds. Half forward flank. Combine scoring in. 10-7-67. Combine 3-4-22. Terang. Forbes goes to McCarthy. McCarthy gathers in the ball, puts it into his left boot. A good little rover. Kicks it up to Laverne, goes over the top, claims the mark. Hasn't been paid. Farnes has got the ball. Umpire Carbine says a free kick, and Graham Farnes will take this kick right in the back pocket for the Terang side. I'll wait for Graham Farnes to take his kick. Hasn't got many to kick it to, unfortunately. Too good in the air, the combine this afternoon. Gussie Griffiths gets front position. The ball goes to ground. Hayden tries to kick it off. Goes to Heffernan. Rodney Grant hotly presses him. Heffernan can't gather the ball. Eventually does. Fumbles the ball at the vital moment. And the ball's forced out of bounds right down here in front of a large crowd in attendance here at Mortlake Oval this afternoon to witness this grand final between Colac-Coragulac Combine and Terang. 5 minutes off half time. It's 10-7-67. The combine to Terang's 3-4-22. The ball goes to Foley. Oh, strong play there as we see Peter Couch come through. Puts the ball onto his boot. Plays it to half forward. Lenny Goonan leads in the race the ball. The ball come off his hands out of bounds. Forward pocket. Terang scoring in. 10-7-67. Combine Terang's 3-4-22. We wait for boundary umpire Norma Gibson to throw the ball in. In the ruck, we have the big fella Gary Clark opposed to Moore. Clark gets the front position. Goes straight to Permazel. Permazel, a hand pass, goes to Gussie Griffiths as players come in and converge on the ball, and umpire Ken Quinn says, "Thank you, gentlemen. I'll bounce the ball." No, he gave a free kick this time. I don't know what happened that time, but a free kick's been played to Gerard Couch right out in front of goal. He's 35 metres out directly in front of goal. Something must have went on behind the game there, and Ken Quinn, a seasoned umpire, he won't let this happen. He's certainly fixed it up one foul blow with a free kick to the Terang player, and he's mucked it up. Unfortunately, he's got a two for a minor score, so they now move on to 3 goals 5. I think it is 23. 3-5-23 to 10-7-67. Goonan, long kick, looking for his teammate out there, and a good mark has been pulled in by Des McGon, half-back flanker for the combine. Backline certainly playing well this afternoon, and their forward line haven't been mucking around either. They've kicked a few goals. Foster's got 3, 2 goals each to Reddy, Forbes and Lee Manane, and Peter Moore, who came off the ground after a nasty knock as the other goal kicker. Paddy Heffernan gathers in the ball, puts onto his verters, plays it to Goonan, can't get the ball. Yes, he knocks it on. Good play by Lenny Goonan's. Opportunity for him again to pick it up. He kicks it off. Oh, he made a blue. It was good play before. He made certainly a silly mistake that time and kicked the ball off the ground and went on his boot and straight over on the full, and Gerard Couch will take this kick. He'll kick it in. Oh, it's a big little fellow, ruckman, full forward for Arisha. Come off his hands. Eventually came off Brendan Foley's hands and forced out of bounds. Forward pocket, Terang scoring in. They certainly need goals, and they need them fast because we're running into time on into the half time. It's 3-5-23 Terang to Colac 10-7-67. It's really hard. Gary Clark gathers the ball out of the pack that time and put it on his boot for a major. Good play that time by Clark. The ball sort of came out of a scrimmage from the pack. Gary Clark quick to seize the opportunity, put the ball to boot, and it's gone through for a goal. So it's now 4-5-29 to 10-7-67. Oh, it comes to the bounce, goes to Lee Manane. He can't gather in the ball, but he's been paid a free kick. Ooh, it's pretty rough house out there, as I mentioned. I don't know what happened there, but I see Lee's jaw go back about 5 inches as he kicks it to half forward. Theodore the back position. Doesn't go. Favours Gunner, who's back on the ground. Moore falls over and it's in the back. No, it's dropping the ball. And it's against Peter Moore. Umpire Quinn says it's a free kick and it'll be paid Terang player, this time in Gerard Mead. Place it to centre wing. Or the big arms of Justin Staunton go up and pull in a good mark. Been a good player, Staunton, in this quarter. Goes to Blackburn, a hand pass. He runs around Coragulac players. Place it towards Chris O'Connor, who's on his own. Play on a nut. He was off. Umpire says play on. Goes back to Blackburn. Blackburn puts the ball to his boot. Plays it towards Risha, but a good mark. No, it hasn't been paid. Yes, I'm sure it was a mark to Pumasel. And Guy Pumasel, strong in defence, pulled in another mark to turn out this attack from the Terang side. They need goals. Therefore 5:29 to Colac-Coragulac 10:7:67 as we tick into time on. So it's just on half time. The big kick from Pumasel goes to half back. Staunton's arms go up. Goes over the back. David Reddy gathers in the ball. Puts it to his boot. Plays it towards Mead. Mead's got the front position this time in front of Manane. Goes for a hand pass towards Couch. In chips Peter Moore. Can't gather it in. Couch has got to run the ball. Flicks it out the back. Whether it's throw or not, the umpire says no. Goes to his brother this time in Bill. Bill puts the ball to boot. Plays it to half forward and Chris O'Connor on his own once again pulls it a mark. He certainly won't play on this time like he did last time because he certainly mucked it up. Puts it to his boot, plays it, looking for Risha. Risha right out this time in front of Lenny Goonan. He got a couple of metres on him when they took off, and a very fast mover is Wayne Risha, and he was 5 metres in front of Len Goonan and pulled in that mark. 30 metres out from goal on a fairly acute angle, and, well, they certainly need him. So we'll see what Wayne Risha can do with this kick. He lines it up. Umpire runs forward, whether he's hit the post himself or not, but yes, the umpire hit the post, but the ball went through for a point. So it's 4-6. 30 to 10:7:67. Len Goonan will kick out for the combine. Drop kick. Plays it towards his coach this time in Theodore, and Theodore's pulled in a mark. Whoops. He was, no, it's 15-metre penalty against Chris O'Connor. And Stephen Theodore's got to go back over his mark. They're certainly having a bit of fun and games out here too. They're trying to get the Chris O'Connor's temper up. Stephen Theodore's trying to suck him in, but he wasn't having any. Hand pass straight to Reddy by Theodore. Reddy put it onto his boot. Play it to half forward. Forbes in the front position. Knocked down this time. Goes straight to Moore. Moore, a long hand pass to Moore. Over another hand pass towards Lee. Whether it'll get to him or not. Goes to, good play. Around his neck. I think it'll be a free kick. Whether he's kicked a goal, if it's not a goal, I don't know what really happened. I think Moore had it. Moore was running into a goal. He was grabbed around the neck at the last minute. It was a good hand pass that time. Yes, a gunner's been credited with the goal. Good play by Moore. I thought if he didn't get the goal, he certainly would have got a free kick, because we noticed the umpire ran in to check the decision with the goal umpire, because that would have been a free kick other than a goal. So it's now 11-7-73. Colac-Coragulac. Terang have 4-6-30. Back in the centre of the ground with Carbines. Puts the ball around. Goes to David Reddy, but I think there's been too many players. A free kick has been found against David Forbes, and will be paid to Justin Staunton. Staunton will play it to half forward. Clark gets the front position. Over the back. Been claimed by Foley. Play on, says the umpire. Knock on. Players throwing themselves in. Hand pass this time by Gerard Couch. Out and finds Paddy Heffernan. He's knocked over. Good play. Foley comes through. Good play by Coragulac. Strong tackling, and they're going through. Staunton got the front position, and he's been paid the mark. Little Robbie McCarty tried to go up at the top over the top of Staunton, but he's too tall for Robbie, and pulled in a mark. Staunton, centre of the ground. Kick up over half forward. A freak down the ground. 15 minutes. There's a very irate commentator beside me here saying one of those naughty words, but we can't allow that. But we'll see what's happened, and I think he's hurt too. I think he's hurt. So we'll wait for. That's Lethal Lee too, is it? So we wait for Eddie Arundel taking a free kick up the field, and he kicks it right into the goal mat. Goes out to Billy Couch, sharks it and goes bang, another one. Yes, another goal to Terang that time. Well, that was a costly one for Coragulac, because 15-metre penalty down the ground by Lee, and they've kicked their fifth goal, so they're now moving to 5-6-36, while Coragulac have 11-7-73. Yes, well, they're going into half-time now, or just on half-time, and that was a costly mistake by by Colac-Coragulac on that 15-metre penalty and resulted in a goal from Eddie Arundel. Kicked it up, the ball came off the hands of the pack. Billy Cowes picked it up and went bang and put on goal number 5 for Terang. Back in the centre of the ground. Staunton a knock over the back. Goes towards Heffernan. Heffernan towards O'Connor. Goes to Lang. Lang straight up in the air. Out to Armstrong, gathers in the ball. He'll put it onto his boot. He won't muck around it. Plays it towards Gunnar Moore, but good mark in defence, been pulled down by Peter Couch. A hand pass to Gary Hayden. Gary Hayden sees his coach over there, and John Turner, centre wing. Turner takes a mark. Hasn't many kicks this afternoon, John Turner. He plays into centre half forward. Over the back, a great mark's been pulled in by Peter Mitchell, the young player for the Colac-Coragulac combination, who was playing at full back before. But I see Lenny Goonan's now at full back. They've made a couple of changes. We wait for Peter Mitchell, centre half back, to take his kick. Play it over the centre of the ground, straight into the waiting arms of his Terang player over there, and Bernie Maloney. Maloney will take his kick towards Gerard Couch. Gerard Couch, yes, has been paid the mark. Desi McGuan grabbed him, but it was just a little bit too late, and Gerard Couch has pulled in a mark, half forward flank, Terang scoring end. 5-6-36 to 11-7-73, up to 4, big arms, up over the go. Goes to Foley, laying it on the ground this time. Comes out, umpire's too sure what's going on, but Lenny Goonan came out with the ball, but the umpire, Shane Carmine's, will bounce the ball 20 metres out from Terang's goal, just on half time. Clark gets the ball, tries to kick it, it does kick it, goes towards Guy Permisdale. He pulls in the easiest marks right in the last line of defence for Coragulac. 11-7-73, Colac-Coragulac, Terang 5-6-36. Good kick by Permisdale this time. The big arms of Staunton go up once again. He's pulled in a number of marks this afternoon, and this was just another one, and we wait for Staunton. He'll kick it right back into the thing. Clark gets the front position. They'll have to get up with him. As the ball's knocked down, goes to the ground. Players converging on him from everywhere. Picked up by Coragulac player, comes out, and good pick up this time. And Des McGuan, and he's found Brian Boyle this time in front of Gerard Mead, and Boyle will take this kick just short of the centre wing for Colac-Coragulac. Plays on towards Grant. Grant takes the mark. That's it. It's half time. Half time scoreboard reads Colac-Coragulac 11-7-73, Terang 5-6-36. Jack. I'll sit up here with Nico. Yep. Right, back here at half-time in the grand final, the 1980 grand final between Colac-Coragulac and Terang. The scoreboard at half-time reads Colac-Coragulac 11-7-73, Terang 5-6-36. The goal kickers to half-time for Coragulac, Gavin Foster is 3, and 2 goals each to David Reddy, David Forbes, Lee Manane and Peter Moore. And for the Terang team, the single goal kickers, Billy Couch, Chris O'Connor, Gary Clark, Wayne Risha and Gerard Couch. So it's a 5-goal, 1, 6-goal, 1 lead. Don at half-time. It's a commanding lead.
It's a very good lead, Johnny. That, as you know, grand finals are never won till the final side. And I think a lot depends on just how well we go in this first quarter of now of this quarter, because there's still a bit of a breeze out there. Yes, here's good play.
Yeah, good play this time as we see Alistair Lang gathers in the ball, puts it to his foot. Oh, McCarthy gets the front position, gathers the ball. It was a good play by McCarthy, puts it up towards David Forbes. David Forbes this time as Graham Farnes get the front position. Will he beat Foster and beat? The ball will go out of bounds in the half-forward pocket for the combine. 11-7-73 to 5-6-36. Well, we know Terang can come back. They've done it in the past, and whether they can again today or not. Kick in by Farnes. Goes towards Staunton, who's been a good player after quarter time. Hand pass straight over to Paddy Heffernan. Runs down. Goes for a hand pass. Finds his coach and Turner. Turner a hand pass towards Couch. Couch puts the ball onto his boot. Plays it to half forward. The big fella Griffiths goes over the top. It comes down to Goon and gathers it in. He'll put it onto his left boot and play it back over to the centre of the ground where Chris O'Connor leads in the race. Well, he can't gather in. Hotly pressed by Lee Manane is pushed into the ground, and a free kick will be paid to the big tall ruckman for the Terang side in O'Connor. O'Connor puts his boot to the ball, plays it up. Permisal comes off his hand, gathered in by McKinnon. McKinnon, round arm they call him. He certainly was a round arm that time. As he gets his kick, Maloney in front, goes towards Couch. Tackled that time by Gunnar Moore. Goes back to Farnes coming through. He's got the ball in front of him. Will he gather it in? Oh, a good play. Comes out to Couch. Peter Couch this time. He gathers it in, puts it onto his boot, plays it back into no man's land. Kim Miller and Rodney Grant. Rodney Grant was held that time by Kim Miller. Didn't have the ball. And Shane Carmine says a free kick to Rodney Grant. Centre man for the Colac-Coragulac combination. He plays it to David Forbes. Staunton got his hands up and pushed the ball away from Forbes. He'll beat Forbes and go out of bounds, and he's run himself right into the spectators there. And it's quite a large crowd here in attendance this afternoon for this big grand final between Colac-Coragulac and Terang. We wait for the boundary umpire to throw the ball in. In the ruck we have David Forbes posed to Chris O'Connor. The big knock this time is by Peter Couch. Goes towards his brother Bill, but in chips Farnes. He can't gather and eventually does. Puts it onto his boot, plays it to the centre wing. Grant's got the ball. He'll twist and turn, kicks over his shoulder. Back to where the big players come. The ball goes to ground. Reddy can't get her and eventually knocks along in front of him. Stacks on the middle is good tackle that time by Chris O'Connor, and umpire Shane Carmine says I'll bounce the ball in the half forward position for the Colac-Coragulac combination end. Staunton gets the front position. Forbes gets a knock. Staunton falls over right in front of David Forbes, and the umpire Shane Carbine says it's a free kick to you, and Justin Staunton, the big tall ruckman for Terang, will take this free kick. Peter Moore standing on his mark. Wait for Staunton, places the centre of the ground. Gary Clark and Mitchell. Ball goes to Reddy a hand pass out towards Armstrong, who's been a good kick getter. He puts it straight onto his boot, plays it up to half forward flank. Manane over the top. Good mark. Been claimed by Manane. Not Page says Moore hand pass over his brother's head straight to O'Connor. O'Connor puts the ball to boot and kicks it into the arms of Gary Clark between 2 or 3 Coragulac players. A hand pass to Heffernan was silly play. Coragulac conversion of balls. Mitchell comes to the ball. Umpire Shane Carbone says I'll bounce the ball. 11-7-73 Colac-Coragulac. Terang 5-6-36. Carmine puts the ball to the ground. Moore knocked down to Turner over the top. Chance for Alan Blackburn got the lucky bounce that time and gathered in the ball. Shot towards goal. In front was Foley. Goonan comes around the back and will force the ball out of bounds into the forward pocket. 11-7-73 Colac-Coragulac. Terang have 5-6-36. The ball will be thrown in right in Terang's scoring zone, and they've in that last quarter they scored 5 goals, 4, while Coragulac added 4-1. So they're full of running at the moment. Wait for the boundary umpire to throw it in. Clark gets the front position. Goes to Goon and gathers the ball, and a hand pass to Reddy, waiting for it. He's off. Hand passes it straight out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in 20 metres around from where we just threw it in a few moments ago. In the ruck we have Gary Clark for the Terang side, opposed to Rodney Moore for the combine. Ian Foley also on the ball. Desi McGuan there. Clark gets a knock straight to Turner. Turner can't handle the ball this afternoon, and it's a free kick. Been paid to the coach of the Terang side, and John Turner, and he's about 40 metres out from goal, and well, they certainly need goals, and they need them from their coach, John Turner. Whether he can, we'll wait to see what happens. John Turner lines them up. Ball won't reach the goal mouth. In front is claimed that time by Gary Clark, but play on, says the umpire, and he's gone in, and I think he'll ball the ball up right in the goal mouth. It's only 8 metres out from goal, and the Terang's scoring in. Whether they can force the ball through for a goal or a minor, well, let's mostly see. Clark gets the front in. The big fellas knocked the ball through for a point. So 5-7-37 Terang, Colac-Coragulac 11-7-73.
Thanks, Johnny. So we have the fullback now, Brendan Foley, to kick out. He's kicking into the outer wing. I think heading for Rodney Moore. Rodney Moore in front is pushed in the back. No, the mark's taken by Staunton. Plays on to, oh no, Nelly, yeah, he played it. Who is it? Miller. A good mark. And Johnny, at the moment things are certainly rallying, aren't they?
Yeah,
because
it's
gone
a lot better since half time. I don't know whether Turner's made a few moves.
It is a bad thing. If
Miller went for a short pass towards Risha. Oh well, it's a long way from goal. Reddy's got the front position. Couch.
Yes, backed up by God. No,
come back to Couch. The luck of the bounce of the ball. Come back to Jared Couch, and he's missed it. That could have been a costly one.
Oh, that was another bounce that one of our guys went at and bounced the other way, and the Terang player tucked in beautifully, and fortunately for the Tigers, he was offline. Brendan Foley, it's time to kick to the same side. Once again, I think his aim is for Rodney Moore, who has got a good position to mark. No, cannot handle it. Rodney Grant gets free, kicks it's a running ball, anyone's ball here, but number Couch is in front, kicks back to the wing to Heffernan. A good mark, one-handed mark to him. He's off, to right he's off, and he's caught. Goes to Alistair Lang with a left foot, kicks high to centre half forward to Lee Manane in front. Clamoured all over by the Terang player, but Lee's played it well. Kicked it on to Gavin Foster, who's had it, he didn't, and Terang player trying to get through, and Mead eventually breaks clear. Kicks to the outer side where Reddy flies high, fails to mark, but it's a good tackle, retarding the Terang player. Oh, falls. And now Turner's had it, he dropped it, but Heffernan kicks to the centre half forward position, and it's McKinnon, round arm McKinnon. Good steadying mark, and I think he must steady it down here. Go straight down the centre towards out to this grandstands or the members' side to Lee Manane, but he didn't. He went straight up the ground, failed to hold it. Staunton, Rodney Moore's got it. Oh, he handballs backwards here. Paul Armstrong is caught. Yeah, he dropped the ball. So it was hard luck. The handball just a little astray by Rodney Moore, and Terang got in for a quick hand pass, short pass by Turner. Guy Permazel went up, failed to hold it. Grant's got it. Now drive this down to the half-forward flank. David Forbes in position to take the mark. He's got it. It's a beautiful mark. And look, John, I think he might be 50 yards out, but he's a good kick.
He's kicked two already, Don.
Yeah, and he's got every show here of putting this right in. And I think a goal at this stage would be very handy, because it's been seesawing between both half-forward lines of the respective sides. It's coming over, it's coming around. It's taken. Is it? No,
Lima.
No, touchpoint. For a point. But it's a lot tighter now, John. There's no side running, breaking clear.
I think, Don, we've been fooled by the way Colac-Coragulac started off in the first quarter when they had 4 goals in about the first 10 minutes. And this quarter, well, Terang are playing a lot better. They've made a few changes. And I suppose it's keeping them, if they can hold this lead, well, they'll be 6 goals up at final time.
Yeah, this is a line ball here, and the umpires decided to bounce it up on the half-forward flank for the Tigers side. And I think possibly who's in there, John? Staunton?
Yes, Chris O'Connor for Terang.
Staunton gets the front mark. Rodney Moore.
Terang
got the knockout. Alistair Lang's got the shot to pick up. He fails to pick it up. Oh, Terang are breaking clear here, and it's on to Clark and Mitchell. But Mitchell did Mitchell very well there to spoil, and he's passed it on quickly to Ian Foley, who hasn't been in the game a lot. for half a quarter. But
his experience will steady him down, though.
And it's a kick to Paul Armstrong. But
I'll pay it down.
I won't umpire the game as well, John.
Farnes will get a free kick now in the centre of the game. No, it's not. It's Gary Hayden, who's an interchange player on. He plays it out towards forward line where Jared Castle is in front of Lenny Goonan. He hand passes it towards Blackburn. Blackburn missed the run. Comes to Lang, goes to Armstrong over that side of the ground. He gathers in, plays it back to centre wing. McCarthy in the front, goes over the top of him and Hayden. Opportunity for Peter Moore, gathers it in. He'll break away, puts it onto his left foot to play towards his brother Rodney, but in chips Gerard Kennedy for Terang. Gathers in, good play Kennedy, a hand pass over the top, but straight through Alistair Lang's hands. Comes to Kim Miller, he can't gather in the ball. Comes back to Lang. Lang puts it to half forward, and Gerard Mead dropped a sitter, and he was pushed in the back. Well, lucky one for Gerard Mead that time. He dropped the mark. He plays on, has one bounce, puts it onto his boot, plays it towards Gary Clark, the big fella for Coragulac.
Well done, brilliant.
Kicking and danger's been paid that time by
Rubbish!
Very irate commentator here, and Jack Dyer beside me here is disappointed about that decision, but that's the way it goes. Kick on. Good knocked out by Goonan, favours McCarthy. He's got the front position. He'll break away, puts the ball to his boot, goes through Hayden. Opportunity for Tim Miller, gathers in the ball, a long hand pass. O'Connor kicks it forward, but good defensive play by McKinnon. McKinnon kicks it back to where it already was, towards Lang. Goes up one-handed, should have put two up. Ball goes to ground. Back this time by Gunnar Moore, a long hand pass. It was a long one too. Straight to Foster. He couldn't get it over the top. Moore came through. He was flattened. Stacks on the Miller's players coming in. Goes to Forbes, picks it up. Runs around onto his left boot. Play it towards Moore. A good market defence has been pulled in by the back pocket player for Terang and Gerard.
Would you go back to where your parents were?
Gerard O'Keefe's off. He plays it back towards the centre of the ground. In mark is Foster. Foster plays forward towards goal, but I think it's hit the point post, so it's out on the full. So there'll be a kick in to Terang, and that time when Gavin Foster lined him up, but his kick was off the line and went through for it went out of bounds on the full because it hit the point post. O'Keefe kicks it back into play. Heffernan for Terang. The big fellows go up. Staunton and Moore, and a free kick's been found, or Shevin, and it's been paid to Paddy Heffernan. Terang player, hand pass by Heffernan, straight to Maloney. Maloney another hand pass, finds Staunton. Staunton put on, there's a blue behind the
look at grabbing too.
The coaches are into it, as we see. Play on, says Kim Miller. The umpires, two umpire systems.
Well done,
Des McGuan puts the ball back into where the fight was. Forbes over, good knock down that time. Goes to Heffernan, picks it up one-hander. A good, we didn't look, but he hand passed it towards his coach Turner, who wasn't ready for it. Foley's there. Turner falls over. In chips Grant. Grant grabs the ball, puts it onto his boot, plays it back into the forward line. The big fellas are there. Oh, he hasn't been paid the mark. Umpire says play on. Knock on by Terang. Favours already. He was flattened. Goes to Mead. Mead has one bounce. He's off. No, he's lost the ball. There's a fight on behind the game too. He's going to certainly toughen up before this game's over. As play on as Mead puts the ball to boot. Plays it centre wing. Opportunity for Goonan. Goonan a long way out from the back pocket. Puts it on his left boot. Oh, he's flattened after he had his kick. And it'll be a kick downfield against the Terang player that time. Umpire Quinn was right on that and says it'll be a free kick and it'll be paid downfield to Coragulac. I think it might be Stephen Theodore will be the recipient of this kick. David Reddy's there in front of him. Yes, David Reddy will be paid the free kick. David's 45 metres out from goal. And it's quite a while since the combine have kicked a goal, so certainly need one from David this time. They've got 11 on the board and Terang have got 5, but another one would be handy. We'll wait for David Reddy. He's played a good game this afternoon for his side. Puts the ball. It's a good kick for a little fella too. Whether the umpire's moved or not, he hasn't moved much. He ran right back into the middle. Goal number 12, a good goal that time by David Reddy. He was 45 metres out. They needed the goal. It was a good kick for a little guy, and he's kicked goal number 3 to David Reddy. And Colac-Coragulac's 12. So they now move on to 12-8-80. Terang 5-8-38.
Truckload of soft drink just arrived from Warrnambool.
Well, that was certainly a steadying goal from David Reddy, because as Johnny was saying earlier, the seesawing before both half-forward lines with neither side able to capitalise, and a very good goal to David Reddy. No, it's a kick. Huh?
They're playing desperate.
Yeah.
Here we are.
They're moving
Couch.
it. Oh, in front. Just had the drop on. No, he's fairway out. Reich has got it. He'd be 40 yards out, just on his right kicking foot about. How far are you? 40 yards?
Yeah, 40 metres, I suppose, John. 40 to 45 minutes. A fair way out from goal, but he's a pretty accurate kick to play it.
Yeah.
He hasn't missed it.
No, it's a goal.
It's an answering goal to the Terang side. After Coragulac kicked their 12th, and they went to a 7-goal lead. Terang came back with a goal that time by Wayne Risher to bring them 1 goal closer. They're now down by 6 goals, and this is with the lead that the combine had at half-time. I think maybe it was 6 goals, 1 at half-time, but now it's back to a 6-goal advantage with Colac-Coragulac 12-8-80, leading Terang 6-8. Right, we wait for umpire Kevin Quinn to put the ball to ground. Two umpires here, Shane Carbines and Kevin Quinn. The ball goes towards O'Connor. Whether he gathers and he knocks it on straight to Forbes. Forbes tries to get a hand pass. He said throwing the ball against David Forbes, and the free kick will be paid to centre half back for Terang and Peter Couch.
Wait for Peter Couch on top of the dressing rooms. Please come down.
Peter Couch is. Peter Couch is. They asked us to remove from the commentary position, but I don't know what we're going to do about that. We'll see what happens about that as we pick up as Chris O'Connor kicks it out towards Ryan Reeses in front. Foley comes to the ball, puts it onto his boot, plays it back to the centre wing where Alistair Lang's in the front position. On his own, shepherded well that time by Forbes. Lang says he plays on back into the centre half forward. Manane in front position, doesn't get the ball in. Good play by Mead, gathers it in, he's knocked down by Tiger supporters as Jared O'Keefe drags a Colac-Coragulac away, and a free kick has been found by umpire Carbines, I think it is. Yeah, umpire Carbines, and it's been paid to Gunnar Moore. Peter Moore, half-forward flanker for the leading goal kicker in the Hampden League. All a little short one too, and he's found Reddy. Reddy kicked a goal from the same position quite a well, only 5 minutes or so ago, and whether he can kick goal number 13, but they have 12-8-80 to 6-8-48. We wait for David Reddy. 45 metres out from goal, exactly the same position. Whether he left a mark there, like he's playing golf and left a mark on the ground, and see if he can put it through. We'll wait for the umpire. He ran that umpire, he's missed that one. Yes, it's a point. So the ninth behind on the board to the combine. They have 12-9-81, Terang 6-8-44.
Surprisingly, Johnny, 16 minutes gone in this quarter, and 2 goals scored.
Yes, in the first quarter we had something like 7 or 8 goals by the combine in the first of something like 20 minutes of the game, so it's certainly slowed down the game.
Really tightened up, and real pressure.
Moore's mark.
Here. Yes, he
hasn't been paid.
Right?
Forced out this time. Forbes gathers it in, goes for a hand pass, back to himself. Decides to put it onto his boot, or a bad kick, kicked into the man, and the ball's gone out of bounds. 12-9-81 Colac-Coragulac. Terang have 6-8-48, and we've played 17 minutes into the third quarter. Well, it's quite a good lead to have it going into three-quarter time. A 6-goal, what was it? 6 goals, 1.
Yep.
Same as they had at half-time. Favours Grant, in chips Hayden. The ball's pushed by his Lee Manane goes in there, dives on top of the ball, but good defensive play by Terang. Lay on top of the ball. Umpire Carbines comes in, he'll bounce the ball far side of the ground. Puts the ball to the ground. The big fellas go up over the top. Favours Terang. Kick out this time. Goes towards Lenny Goonan, who's up the ground. Must be in the centre, is he? Hand pass to a run. Goes to Heffernan. Heffernan gathers it in. Put it onto his boot and play it towards Chris O'Connor. But in front is Harvey McKinnon, playing a great game on the back flank this afternoon, free side. Plays it towards Grant. Foley back towards Permazel.
Steady guy.
Good play by Foley that time. He's seen Guy Permazel in the centre of the ground and passed that ball straight to Guy, and we'll see what Guy does with his kick. There's a lead there for young Robbie McCarthy, but Staunton's in between him, so he's a bit tall for Robbie. Oh, the big fella goes to Reddy. He's quick. Oh, good play, Reddy. Straight over to Foster. Long hand pass to Gunnar. Gunnar will get it out. No, he doesn't. I think it's a push, yes, and Peter Moore, Theodore, is it?
Yeah. Very hard to pick.
From this far away, I thought it was Peter Moore. No, it's Stephen Theodore, the coach of the combine. 40 metres out from goal, a little bit closer around than what David Reddy put. He's through, and we'll see what Stephen does. Goal umpire hasn't moved, yes, another one. So that's their 13th goal. 13-9-87 Colac-Coragulac. Terang have 6-8-44.
Yeah, very good goal. Real coach's goal, that one, Johnny.
Certainly, and that's well said. Well, we might ask Stephen, what's he think of the game? Where was we number one commentator, Stephen Dennis. Steve, what's your thoughts on the game so far?
Well, I think Terang have really hit us hard in this quarter, and we've hit back and come back on top. So I think we're a goal ahead, more ahead than we were at half time. So I think if we can be 7 or 8 goals over 3/4 time, we should run away pretty easy with us.
Is that right? If they lose today, you'll shout for the bar for the next week.
If they lose.
If they win today, maybe Steve will shout us a few beers tonight. We see Rodney Grant come out of the centre of the ground, put it right back into the forward line. The big fellas fly high. Goes back towards Peter Moore. He can't gather it in. Opportunity for David Forbes. Good play, Forbes. Oh, it wasn't a punch, but the umpire says play on. Goes to Gerard O'Keefe. He kicks it on. Reddy's got the front position. He'll pick it up too. No, overruns the ball. Favours Gerard Kennedy. Gathers it in. Has one bounce. Doing it easy. Puts it onto his boot. Plays it to his teammate and finds him in Eddie Arundel. Hasn't many kicks, Eddie, but he's off. Puts it onto his right boot, plays for Clark. Clark in front position, and Mitchell dropped the mark. Mitchell's right on him. Good play, Clark. Puts it onto his left boot, plays it back in the centre half forward position. Nobody home. Favours Billy Couch. Billy Couch stops. Oh, good play, Couch. Oh, well, nearly marks it up. Hand pass to Heffernan. Heffernan puts the ball to boot. Reisha over the back. Oh, yes, he's good, this lad. He's good. You can't give him an inch. And that time, Brendan Foley had the front position, but Reisha was lurking behind him. Foley turned around, but was too late by the time he turned around because Wayne Reisha, the full forward Terang side, had pulled in a good mark. He's about 15 metres are out directly in front and should have no problems. And I mean no problems in putting on another major for Terang because they need them, and they got 6 and Coragulac have 7. Oh, well, it wasn't as straight as I thought, but it was... Oh, it's missed it. Wow, that was a bad miss, a costly miss for... I said he wouldn't miss it. Hell, I won't say that again because he certainly missed an easy one that time. And, well, it was a bad luck for Terang because they needed that goal. They're trailing by 7 goals. A kick in, goes over the back, goes through the hands of... Kicked off the ground by Staunton. Favours Harrington. Gerard Harrington on the ground. Hotly pressed by Reisha. Reisha will gather it and he twists and turn around. Yes, he does. Runs around, puts it onto his left boot, plays it to Clark on his own, and he's pulled in a mark, 40 metres. Colac-Coragulac let Gary Clark lurk around that forward line, and there was nobody there to pick him up, and he's such a good mark, and, well, they've missed that last one. It was a costly one by Wayne Reisha, and well, whether Gary Clark can make it up and kick their 7th goal. They've 6-9-45. Colac-Coragulac have 13-9-87. We wait for Gary Clark, the big ruckman for the Terang side. He lines them up. Umpire hasn't moved very far this far. No, it's no worries. It's the 7th goal. They now move on to 7-9-51, trailing the combine who have 13-9-87. Ball back in the centre of the ground with umpire Quinn. Puts the ball to the ground. Over the back, Staunton gets the knock. Goes through Reddy's arms. Favours Turner. Twists and turns. Good play, Turner. Hand pass out to Griffiths. Over the top, Griffiths. A hand pass. Grabbed by Goon, and that time was Blackburn. Kick off by Heffernan. Favours O'Connor. O'Connor runs into an open goal and goes bang. Another one. Yes, that's a good goal that time by Terang. An answering goal. They've got 2 goals in 1 minute. So that's their 8th goal on the board. They now move on to 8 goals, 9-57. Colac-Coragulac have 13-9-87. A 30-point advantage, 5 goals. They came into the quarter 6 goals, 1 up. Now they lead by 5 goals. We've played 23 minutes into this 3rd quarter. Well, can they get up, Don?
Well, I hope not, Johnny, but certainly they're a different side to the first half. And I think this is brought about by Gary Clark and Staunton coming really into the game in the last half of the 2nd quarter and this quarter. And they're getting the break from the centre.
That's right.
This time we're trying to get it clear. David Reddy had it, couldn't break clear. Arundel, look at this. Yeah, this is where they're getting a clear break from the centre, and it's throwing a lot more pressure on our backmen. And this is the reason for, as far as I'm concerned, they're getting back into the game.
Clark again. Back to Reisha.
And he's got it. Yeah, playing in front and getting the drop. He's had a long shot. Oh, he kicked it out on the full. I'm not. Yeah, it was there. But certainly the game's come to life now, and even though there's 5 goals difference, Terang are playing a lot more with a lot more confidence. And then Gerard Harrington, his kicks to the outer side, and Rodney Moore just fails to take the mark. handballs beautifully onto Ellis Terang, over the top to Stephen Theodore, who kicks to Robbie McCarthy, who just can't gather it in before it goes. Yes, he does. It's still in play. Playing it on very well, Robbie. He deserved the kick. Very well played, Robbie. Playing the ball in front and tackled when he didn't have it. He drives the kick right into the centre. Gavin Foster in front. No one coming behind for the Tigers, and the ball's forced out of bounds. No, it's not.
It's a long boundary over there, Don. David Forbes.
That's Gavin Foster. Gavin Foster. No one at home. At the full forward position, and it's marked by Terang.
Bernie Maloney. Bernie Maloney, playing on the half-back flank for Terang, has pulled in a mark about 15 metres out from the Coragulac goal. He'll play it down towards the centre of the ground. Punched down that time by Grant. It favours David Reddy. Puts the ball to boot. Plays it into the forward pocket, deep into the forward pocket, and it's gone out of bounds right in front of Bernie Maloney. 30 points of difference. 13-9-87 Colac-Coragulac. Terang have 8-9-57. Just ticking on to into time on in the third quarter. Boundary umpire will throw the ball in. We have Staunton against Moore. Moore gets the front position, interfered with by, and he's picked it up. I think he's put a big one through. That was good play that time. He was interfered with by the big fella in Staunton, and it's another goal to Coragulac. So that's goal number 14. So they're 14-9-83, and goal number 3 to David Forbes. Good play by Forbes. He was pushed over. I thought he should have received a free kick, but as soon as the ball went to ground, he gathered it in, put it to his boot, and goal number 14 for the combine. 14-8. They've got that 6-goal break now that they had when they came into this third quarter. Ticking into time on. This must play. Goes to Forbes, straight down to Reddy. Reddy kicks it over half forward. Comes to Foley. A hand pass from Foley out towards McCarthy. He can't get it. Lang can't gather in the ball. It goes back to Moore. A long hand pass from Moore. Opportunity for Paul Armstrong. There's interference. There's a fight on behind the game. There's a goal kick by Paul Armstrong, but behind the play, there's a fight. Peter Moore was hotly pressed by Terang players. We were watching the game, so I don't know what went on behind the game, but I certainly know that Paul Armstrong kicked a goal, and there's been a free kick found, and it's going to be paid to Terang's player and Gary Hayden. Well, that was an unfortunate one for the combine because it was good play by Armstrong. He got the ball, shot away, put it through for a major, but Peter Moore, after that long hand pass out, apparently interfered with one of the Terang players, and it's Jared Canady who's taking the kick. He kicks it to the centre of the ground. Clark goes up high. Over the top as Mitchell claims the mark. Umpire Quinn says, I was right there, and he paid that to Mitchell. He hand passes it straight on to Permazel. Permazel kicks it up forward, and a free kick against looks like Lee Main this time. We've paid to Gerard Mead for the Terang team. Mead playing at centre half back on Lee Matthews. It will now take this free kick. Half back flank. We wait for Mead. Places the steering, looking for O'Connor. Over the top is Theodore. Ball goes to ground. Kicked off by O'Connor. Favours McGuan. McGuan can't gather in. Eventually he does. Twists and turn, runs around. Good play, McGuan. Plays it as all Terang here as Armstrong goes. All good sharking by Grant. Grabbed the ball, kicked it back up into where Foster, the big fella, goes up. Ball goes to ground. Moore in the lead. McCarthy chips in, but the ball's beaten players and gone out of bounds as Rodney Moore claimed the ball, but umpire says it's out of bounds and he'll throw it in the forward pocket for the combine. 14-9-93 to 8-9-57, a 6-goal advantage in favour of Colac-Coragulac. The ball will be thrown in. In front we have Moore. Moore gets the knockdown. Goes over the top of his brother Peter Moore. Stacks on the middle as players converge on the ball right in the forward line as we're just about three-quarter time, I'd say. A player flattened there that time was Lee Manona. I think he's going to get a kick. He is. Yes, the umpire was right there. That was foolish play by the Terang players. Whatever went on there, Lee Manone was flattened while the umpire was standing right beside him, and he's been paid a free kick in front of Gerard Mead. Well, whether Gerard done it or not, I wouldn't like to say, but Lee Manone, 30 metres out on an angle, has got an opportunity for goal number 15 or point number 10 or out on the full. I don't care, Lee, but let's put it on your boot. Let's see what's happened. Goal number 15. Goal number 15. Great kick by Lee Manane, and that's his third goal for the afternoon and a very valuable one for the combine, and goal number 15 for Coragulac. So Colac-Coragulac, I should say. They now move on to 15-9-99 while Terang have 8-9-57, and it's right on three-quarter time. I think once Quinn puts the ball to the ground, the siren should blow for three-quarter time, and they've got a 7-goal advantage. So they've played better than Terang in this quarter. They went into the quarter with a 6-goal one advantage, and now it's up to 7 goals even. The knockdown comes off Forbes' hand, goes for Foley. Foley kicks it off the ground. Opportunity for Boyle, who leads in the race for the ball. Hotly pressed by Gussie Griffiths. Gathers it in. Griffiths grabs in, goes back towards Foley, but umpire says, against you, Brian Boyle, and Gussie Griffiths for Terang will take the free kick, far side of the ground, centre wing. 99 to 57 in favour of the combine. Big kick, McKinnon gets the front position. Arundel tries to knock it over. McKinnon's still got playing in the ball, knocks it on in front of him. Goes to Grant. Grant puts the ball under his boot, plays it over half forward. The big fellas, Foster goes up, and it's been a free kick against Terang, have been paid to their centre half forward for the combine in Lee Manane. Well, he'll play on as soon as he gets the ball. Sure he does. Gathers it in. Kicks it up forward. The big fellas over the back. McCarthy gathers it in. Oh, knocked down, but there it is. Three-quarter time. Yes, three-quarter time siren has just gone as we see the scoreboard reads. Scoreboard, Colac-Coragulac 15.99, Terang 8.9.57. Goal kickers to three-quarter time for the Colac-Coragulac combination. We have 3 goals to Gavin Foster, Lee Manane and David Reddy. 2 goals to Peter Moore and David Forbes. The goal kickers for the Terang side, Gary Clark has 3 goals. 2 goals to Wayne Risha, 2 goals to Chris O'Connor and 1 goal to Bill Couch. Well, Don, it's 25 minutes to go in the 1980 Grand Final, and you must be excited as you see your team 7 goals in front.
Yeah, it's very handy position, Johnny, and really the way we've been playing, I can't see anything but a victory. But you know, like any side, particularly Terang, they get a couple of quick goals, they'll lift. But here's hoping, and the way it's gone for 3 quarters, I'm certain that we can hold on to a win.
Well done, Don. Right, we're into the last 25 minutes of the final. Staunton gets the knock, goes straight to Grant. Grant puts the ball to boot, plays it to half-wood. Theodore gets the front position and pulls in a mark. They're off again. Plays it to the big fella Foster over the back. Comes to Canady. He gathers it in, puts it onto his boot, plays it around half-back. Good play this time by Lee Manane. Goes, dummies a hand pass. Oh, he hasn't hand passed it yet. He's going to kick it. He took a long time to. Kicked it towards McCarthy. Goes through McCarthy's hands to Peter Moore. He gathers it in, goes for a hand pass. Back to McCarthy. McCarthy puts the ball to boot, and a mark has been taken by Foster. Throws straight back to Forbes, and he's gone bang. Goal, no, point. So that's their 10th behind on the board, and they're 100 Well, they're 10th behind and they're 100 points. They now move on to 15, 10, 100 to Terang 8, 9, 57. Playing in the final quarter. The kick in's been marked by Peter Couch. Peter Couch kicks it towards Boyle, got the front position. Blackburn grabs a hold of him. Boyle gathers the ball. Pushed in the back that time by Alan Blackburn, and Brian Boyle, half-forward flanker for the combine, will take this kick, free kick. He's a long way out from goal, looking for the big fellas up there. Manane, not there. This time good mark. Oh, Peter Moore, strong mark. He pushed Billy Couch out of the way and took a strong mark around about 40 metres out from goal. And, well, it's all the combine in this grand final, 1980 grand final at Mortlake this afternoon, as they lead by 43 points, and we're into the final last quarter. Peter Moore lines them up, goes bang. That's why he's the leading goal kicker in the league. He's kicked his third goal for the afternoon, and Coragulac 16, so they now move on to